Well, hello there, and welcome to UrineTown. Not the place, of course, the musical. UrineTown, the place, is, well, it's a place you'll hear people referring to a lot throughout the show.
You hear the news? They carted old so-and-so off to UrineTown the other day.
Is that so? What'd he do?
Oh, such and such, I hear.
Well, what do you know? Old so-and-so.
It's kind of a mythical place, you understand? A bad place. A place you won't see until Act 2. And then, well, let's just say it's filled with symbolism and things like that. But UrineTown, the musical. Well, here we are. Welcome. It takes place in a town like any town that you might find in a musical. This here's the first setting for the show. Now, as the sign says, it's a public amenity, meaning public toilet. These people have been waiting for hours to get in. It's the only amenity they can afford to get into.
Is this where you tell the audience about the water shortage?
What's that, little Sally?
You know, the water shortage, the hard times, the drought. A shortage so awful that private toilets eventually became unthinkable. A premise so absurd
Whoa there, little Sally, not all at once. They'll hear more about the water shortage in the next scene.
Oh, I guess you don't want to overload them with too much exposition, huh?
Everything in its time, little Sally. You're too young to understand it now, but nothing can kill a show like too much exposition.
How about bad subject matter?
Well,
or a bad title even. That could kill a show pretty good.
Well, little Sally, suffice it to say that in UrineTown, the musical, everyone has to use public bathrooms in order to take care of their private business. That's the central conceit of the show. Better hope your pennies add up to the fee. We can't have you peeing for free. If you do, we'll catch you. We never fail, and we never bother with jail. You'll get UrineTown. Off you'll go to UrineTown. Away with you to UrineTown. You won't need bail. Later on, you'll learn that these public bathrooms are controlled by a private company. They keep admission high generally, so if you're down on your luck, you have to come to a place like this, one of the poorest, filthiest urinals in town.
And you can't just go in the bushes either. There's laws against it.
That's right, little Sally. Harsh laws, too. That's why little Sally here's counting her pennies. Isn't that so, little Sally?
I'm very close, officer. Only a few pennies away.
Aren't we all, little Sally? Aren't we all?
Excuse me, sir, but could you tell me the way to the private company that controls these public bathrooms?
You mean you're in good company?
That's the one.
You'll meet the guy who runs Urine Good Company later. That there's his daughter.
It's quite a ways from here, ma'am. This here's the bad part of town.
So it is.
But if you squint, you can just make out their headquarters, rising above the skyline.
The gleaming tower on the hill?
That's the one.
Gosh, it's beautiful.
You most certainly are.
Pardon?
It most certainly is.
Oh, dear. Well, I'm late already. Thanks ever so much for the directions and such. Bye.
Anytime.
Well, we've talked on long enough, I imagine. Enjoy the show, and welcome to UrineTown, the musical.
repeating yesterday's fiasco, and that means you, old man Strong.
437, 438, just a few more. Penny for a pee, miss? Please, sir, spare a penny for a morning pee, sir?
What's that?
Or a nickel or a dime?
Out of my way, child. I have peeing of my own to attend to.
But
I haven't got it.
Then go get it.
Come on, Penny. I'm good for it.
That's what you said last week, and I still haven't seen Penny 1. And it's Miss Pennywise to you.
Bobby, reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No, shorter than yesterday. Less I've grown.
He's my promise, Pennywise. Can he come in for free? Just this once?
Get your head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. No one gets in for free.
Now, Miss Pennywise, we've all had to make special arrangements over the years with people in our places before. Why not let this one be ours?
If old man Strong gets for free, then so do I!
And I!
Quiet back there! No one is getting anywhere for free. Don't you think I have bills of my own to pay? Don't you think I have taxes and tariffs and payoffs to me too? Well, I do. And I don't pay them with promises, see? I pay them with cash. Cold, hard cash. Every morning you all come in here, and every morning some of you got reasons why you ain't gonna pay. And I'm here to tell you, you is gonna pay.
But Miss Penny...
No buts, Bobby.
In the name of God, Penny, what difference could it make?
What difference? Times are hard, our cash is tight, you've got no right, I've heard it all before. Justice once is once too much, for once they've once, they'll wanna once more. I run the only toilet in this part of town, you see. So if you've gotta go, you've got to go through me. It's a privilege to pee. Water's worth its weight in gold these days. No more bathrooms like in olden days. You come here and pay a fee for the privilege to pee. 20 years we've had the drought, and our reservoirs have all dried up. I take my baths now in a coffee cup. I boil what's left of it for tea, and it's a privilege to pee. The politicians in their wisdom saw that there should be a law. The politicians taxed the toilet and made illegal public urination and defecation. So come and give your coins to me. Write your name here in the record book. The authorities will want to look if you've been regular with me. If you pay the proper fee for the privilege to pee.
But Miss Pennywise...
No buts, Bobby. You're a sweet-looking boy, and I like to keep you around. But this man ain't coming in without paying. Not this time.
I can't wait much longer, Bobby. There's no telling what I might do.
You think you've got some kind of right. You think you'll come in here and go for free. The only thing you'll get is no for free. I'm a business gal, you see. I sell the privilege to be. The good Lord made us so we'd piss each day until we piss away. The good Lord made sure that what goes in men must soon come out again. So you're no different than from lowly me.
But Miss Pennywise...
That's enough, Bobby.
And I think I'll charge you twice.
No need to jeopardize your position.
Or better yet, have you arrested.
I'm through with all this, you see.
Since you prefer the law gets tested.
Scrubbing cash 3 times a day.
And in UrineTown you'll see.
Crazy with the nitrates half the time.
Why it's dumb to
It's no way to live, I tell you. No way to live.
For the privilege to pee.
Pa, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
More than that, boy. A whole lot more than that.
Looky there!
It's old man Strong. He ain't waited.
He's standing right there on the pavement he is!
If he's going, then I'm going.
Oh, no, you're not!
All right, then, make way.
Make way, then, damn you! Make way!
Ah, that's better. So, if it ain't old man Strong.
The same.
Is this your doing, Strawn?
It is.
Seize him! You've done a terrible thing here today, Strawn.
I did what I thought was necessary.
Grab him off, Bobby. Never thought I'd live to see the day.
Breaking the Public Health Act is an exiling offense, Strawn.
Quite exiling. So what if it is? I feels better now, and that's all I cares about.
Oh, Pa.
Always knew we'd get you in the end, Joseph Strawn. Take him away!
Bobby!
Pa!
Don't forget me, Bobby! And tell your mother I love her!
I will, Pa, I will!
Remember me, boys! Oh, God, what have I done? Remember me!
Remember, Bobby, what became of him.
Remember,
How he indulged a whim. Remember how he made a mockery. He shunned the crockery off to the dockery. Don't be like him.
What became of him? What do you mean by that?
Just keep your head out of the clouds, that's all I'm saying. Good day.
now, who's ready to pay?
I'll pay.
Me too.
Me too.
Well, I'll pay, but I'll be strong. Always and forever, just so long as you keep letting us pay.
Oh, Pa, what's to become of you?
Back to work then, Bobby. The morning rush is on.
Where's my dough?
Isn't that what we're all asking ourselves, Senator? From the cop walking his beat to the little baby asleep in his mother's arms, we're all asking the same question. Where's my dough? And by dough, of course, I mean money.
I made my speech. Where's my dough?
Oh, there'll be plenty of dough for everyone, Senator, provided the new fee hike breezes through the legislature.
I was hoping to wait for the vote during my latest fact-finding mission to Rio. Wouldn't want to be around once the new fee hikes come through.
You think I've gone too far this time, Fip, don't you?
It's a powder keg out there, Cladwell. This thing is gonna blow.
Daddy?
What? Hope, darling, I thought you'd never get here.
I'm sorry I'm late, Daddy. I left just as soon as my exams were finished.
How's everything, dear?
Oh, fine, Daddy, just fine. Feels great to be done with school finally.
You see that, Ms. McQueen? Beautiful, big-hearted, and now with a head filled with the best stuff money can buy.
Well, if the stuff in her head is nearly as big as the stuff in her heart, she'll be running this company in no time.
That'll be all, Ms. McQueen.
Yes, of course.
Well, I'll be. Hope Cladwell, and all grown up too.
Hello, Senator?
Come to join your father's little operation.
Oh, it's just a fax copy position. First day.
A fax copy girl. Huh. Well, your father mentioned he was bringing on a new fax copy girl. He neglected, however, to mention how beautiful she'd be. You'd be. You're so beautiful. Even as a little girl, I always thought...
That's enough, Fip.
Yes, of course.
Well, we won't keep you. It's a big day. I'm sure you'll have your hands full on the floor of the legislature, what with the new fee hike vote and all.
Oh, they'll be full of Cladwell. And by this time tomorrow, I fully expect them to be full of cash.
No worries there, Senator. They'll be full of cash provided the vote comes through.
Oh, the vote will come through, Cladwell, just so long as you come through with the cash.
Once the vote comes through, Senator, there'll be nothing else to come through but the cash.
I don't need to worry about the vote.
Fip, I think we understand each other.
Yes! Well, goodbye.
Let's meet the staff. Staff? Staff, this here is my daughter and our new fax copy girl, Hope Cladwell. Hope Cladwell, the good people of the Urine Good Company, or UGC as it's known for short.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Hope. Say a few words, Hope, darling.
Well, it sure is a great company, and I hope to help make it even greater.
Absolutely right, Hope, dear. You're absolutely right. For you see, ladies and gentlemen, 20 years ago we came to the people of this community with a simple proposition. Look the other way while we run this company as we see fit, and we will keep the pee off the streets and the water in the ground. Hope here has decided to join our little operation to help us keep that promise. So promise me you will treat her like the Cladwell she is. For one day, you may see her standing in the shoes I'm wearing, those same shoes I wore those many years ago. I saw gray skies, foreboding and cold. I saw gray skies and made them rain gold. Now those skies aren't so bleak to behold. They're still gray, but they pay for your salaries tenfold. I took this town that formerly stank. I took this town and made it smell swank. I made flushing meet flush at the bank. I'm the man with the plan, and so who should you thank?
Mr. Cladwell, we're so thankful.
Oh, come on, you guys.
For that bank full of dough. You're a toreador, and it's cash that you core. Could we hope for much more? We really doubt it.
You may be right there.
Mr. Cladwell, you've got riches, which is just what we need. We say hail to you, Duke of the Ducats.
I can bring in bucks by the buckets.
You're the master of making money.
Faster still than bees making honey.
You're Mr. Cladwell.
Gosh, Daddy, I never realized how large monopolizing corporations could be such a force for good in the world.
Few do.
All those coins that we take from the wrong end up here where those coins all belong. Lots of coins make our company strong.
Charging fees as we please is all right, it's not wrong.
We're not greedy, as some make us seem. We need funds for our big research team.
Men in lab coats with test tubes of steam. What it shows no one knows, but hey, still we can dream.
Finding answers, curing cancers of doubt.
That's my dad.
Your ambitions are high, but you're humble as pie. You're a wonderful guy. We simply love you.
You're making me blush now.
Mr. Cladwell, you're so godly, oddly perfect and bright. You are continental yet unpretentious,
Fancy-free and so conscientious.
wise but trendy, tough as a mountain. Goodness flows from you like a fountain. You're Mr.
Gosh, Daddy, they certainly do seem to adore you. So, why do I feel so conflicted?
Nonsense. Did I send you to the most expensive university in the world to teach you how to feel conflicted or how to manipulate great masses of people?
To learn how to manipulate great masses of people, Daddy.
Which is exactly what we'll do. Now, get faxing.
And copying.
And welcome home.
537, 538, just a few more.
Well, hello there, little Sally. Awful late for a little girl to be out and about, especially on a night like tonight.
Just trying to scrape together a few coins before the late night rush is all. Got one to spare?
Sure, little Sally. I'm in a good mood tonight.
Gee, thanks. Say, Officer Lockstock, I was thinking, we don't spend too much time on hydraulics, do we?
Hydraulics, little Sally?
You know, hydraulics. Hydration, irrigation, or just plain old laundry. Seems to me that with all the talk of a water shortage or drought or whatnot, we might spend some time on those things too, you know? After all, a dry spell would affect hydraulics too.
Why, sure it would, little Sally, but how shall I put it? Sometimes, in a musical, it's better to focus on one big thing rather than a lot of little things. The audience tends to be much happier that way, and it's easier to write.
One big thing, huh?
That's right, little Sally.
Huh. Then why not hydraulics?
Run along then, little Sally. Wouldn't want you to miss last call. Miss Pennywise won't hold the gate forever, you know.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, thanks for the coin. Bye!
What a night!
Everything cleaned up all right, Mr. Barrel?
Sure, same as always. Did you hear him scream, though, Mr. Lockstock?
Old man Strawn.
All the way down to UrineTown.
Oh, yes, I heard him, Mr. Barrel. But then they all seem to scream in the end now, don't they? As their long journey into exile comes to a close and the spires of UrineTown peak above the horizon, they do scream then, Mr. Barrel. They most certainly do.
Still, I suppose I thought it might be different somehow.
Different?
Old man Strong always seemed a bit tougher than the rest. I was hoping he might, I don't know, surprise us somehow.
If there's one thing I've learned during my years of enforcing the laws of the city, it's that the journey down to UrineTown offers no surprises, not even from the very toughest amongst us. On that journey, expect only the expected. Oh, it's a hard, cold tumble of a journey, worthy of a gurney, a bumble down, a slapped face, smacked with a mace, certain to debase as or stumble down. It's a path that leads you only one place, horrible to retrace or crumble down. A hard, cold tumble of a journey, jumble of a journey to UrineTown. Julie Cassidy went to a field behind a tree, saw there was no one who could see her feet but me. And Jacob Rosenblum thought he was safe up in his room. Didn't know the jars he kept up there would obligate a trip to a UrineTown. There are those who think our methods vicious,
Overly malicious.
a bunch of brutes, but it's we who gather for the people.
Tavern to the steeple,
Lawful fruits. Our task, bring a little order.
swindle out a hoarder,
For what he loots, as the book says, certainly a season.
trample out a tree
With hobnail boots, Roger Roosevelt kept a cup below his belt. Cup ran over when he knelt. He spelt.
We doubt.
And Joseph, old man Strawn, held his peace for much too long. Hoped his son might bail him out. His guess was good, but also wrong. Years passed, all lived in a jungle, scooping out a bungle, nature's bull. Life of constant deprivation, search and aggravation took its toll. Soon learned power of the truncheon, organize a function, king to pawn. So, if peace is what you're after, UrineTown's the raptor to hang it on.
Julie Cassidy.
Jacob Rosenblum.
Roger Roosevelt.
Julie Cassidy.
Don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them, don't be like them. Oh, it's a hard, cold tumble of a journey, worthy of a gurney, a bumble down, a slight face, backed with a mace, certain to
to the bases or tumble down. It's a path that leads you only one place, horrible to retrace or crumble down. A hard, cold tumble of eternity, jumble of a journey to UrineTown.
Off you go then, boys, and happy hunting.
Yes. So, have you made plans for your journey yet?
To UrineTown?
To Rio, of course.
Oh, yes, Rio. Well, I had to squeeze Cladwell a bit tighter than usual for our monthly payoffs, extortion fees, money bribes, and such, but...
Caution, Mr. Lockstock. It would seem we're no longer alone.
Well, I'll be.
If I'm not mistaken, that there's his daughter.
So it is, and all grown up, too. Miss Cladwell, a bit late for you to be out, don't you think?
Oh, hello, officers.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were on a late night behind the bushes to relieve yourself for free kind of walk.
Oh, no, officers. I'm just on my way back from work. First day.
Long hours.
Just like us.
There's some kind of big vote going on down at the legislature tonight. Plenty of faxing to do.
And copying, I imagine.
Oh, yes, and copying.
I must say, Miss Cladwell, your father mentioned the size and purity of your heart. He neglected, however, to mention the size and purity of your beauty.
Does beauty have a size, officer?
In some countries. I take care on these streets late at night, Miss Cladwell. There's no telling what some people wouldn't do for a few coins.
Especially these days, what with the new fee hikes and all.
Oh, I'm not afraid of people, officers.
Oh, no?
Not really. Everyone has a heart, you see. As long as you know that, you need not fear a soul.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Even criminals.
Even criminals.
Even policemen.
What? Bobby Strong!
Out a bit late, don't you think?
Out late taking care of another late night rush is all. There's talks of more fee hikes. People are getting edgy.
Are they? Well, I'm glad to hear you were otherwise engaged. Wouldn't want to put you under suspicion for taking a late night behind the bushes.
Oh, I don't need to do that anymore, officers. Not while I work for Penny, I don't.
But you need to keep your head out of the clouds now, don't you?
What do you mean by that?
What he means is, you're a good boy, Bobby Strawn. See that you don't end up like your father.
And how did my father end up?
Well, we should be going. Our work's never done. Good night.
Good night, officers.
Good night, Bobby.
You're rather brave with them.
I don't care for policemen. Not those two, anyway.
Policemen protect the peace.
Do they?
Usually.
Didn't I see you down by the amenity this morning?
Oh, that was me. I was rushing off to work. First day.
Find your way all right?
The gleaming tower on the hill? Couldn't miss it.
Beautiful.
It's rather shiny. That's true enough.
Did you mean what you said to those policemen about everyone having a heart?
Well, sure I did.
Well, because mine feels awful cold just now.
Cold?
Or empty. One of the two.
Well, not because of me, I hope.
Oh no, because of something I did.
Bobby raising with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No, shorter than yesterday. Less I've grown.
Or rather, something I didn't do.
Well, if it feels cold, then it must still be there, don't you think?
Unless there's a vacuum where it used to be.
A vacuum? In your chest? It sounds so implausible.
I did something wrong this morning is all I'm trying to say. I can't seem to get it out of my head.
The vacuum?
My action. I let someone down that I love dearly. I feel real bad about it.
Well, maybe that's way of nature's telling you that now it's time to lift someone up.
Really?
Well, sure. Do you think you'd be feeling as bad as you do if you didn't have a heart?
I don't know. I suppose not.
Well, of course you wouldn't, because then you'd be dead. When darkness surrounds you and you lose your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day. And it's even with you before you depart. Be still, hear it beating, it's leading you, follow your heart.
Follow my heart? But to where?
To wherever your heart tells you to go.
Even there?
Even to the clouds, if that's what your heart commands. What's it saying now?
I don't know. I don't know how to listen to my heart.
Oh, well, you'll have to listen very carefully. Here, let me try.
Do you hear it?
Ah, there it is. It's saying, we all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of water for each girl and boy. That bright, shining world is just waiting to start. No meanness or sorrow, just cleanness tomorrow. If only you follow your heart. See? Even your heart knows you should follow your heart.
Peace and joy? Plenty of water? I guess I do want those things.
There's something else your heart was saying. Maybe something I shouldn't have heard.
There was?
I think so. It was barely audible, but I definitely heard something.
Well, what was it?
Let me try again. Maybe I can make it out this time. There it is. It's saying, follow into the open air, far from squalor and noise. Follow, someone is waiting there. Someone who shares all your hopes and your joys. Someone is waiting there? Why, my heart was saying those exact words just the other day.
It was?
Sure it was. Squalor and noise, hopes and joys. It was saying all kinds of things.
I didn't know two hearts could speak as one.
Well, I didn't either, until now. Here, listen.
Someday I'll meet someone whose heart joins with mine. Aortas and arteries all intertwined. They'll beat so much stronger than they could apart. 8 chambers of muscle to hustle the love in our heart. Love is kind and considerate. Love is peaceful and fair. Love can creep up so suddenly. When you least think of it, your love is there. We all want a world filled with peace and with joy, with plenty of justice for each girl and boy. That bright, shining world is just waiting to start. No anger or badness, just laughter and gladness.
Good night.
Bobby. Bobby Strong.
Well, good night, Bobby Strong.
And good night.
Hope.
Good night, Hope. I won't forget what you said about the clouds in my heart.
And I won't forget what you said about the laughter and the gladness. But wait, when will I see you again?
In this darkness, I'm afraid you can't see me at all. But a bright, shining world is just waiting to start. I can feel it. Come to amenity number 9 tomorrow. I'll show it to you.
She loves him, doesn't she, Officer Lockstock?
Sure she does, little Sally. He's the hero of the show. She has to love him.
Everybody loves Bobby Strong. What's it like, Officer Lockstock?
What's what like, little Sally?
UrineTown.
Oh, I can't tell you that, little Sally.
Why not?
Because it's a secret, that's why. Its power lies in its mystery. I can't just blurt it out. Like, there is no UrineTown, we just kill people! Oh, no. The information must be oozed out slowly until it bursts forth in one mighty cathartic moment. Somewhere in Act 2, with everybody singing and things like that.
Oh. I get it.
Well, I should be going. It's time for the next scene.
The next morning at the amenity when the new fee hikes are announced?
That's the one. So on for now, little Sally. And keep your head down.
And so, with this piece of paper, the UGC awards amenity number 9, the first of our new and entirely legal fee hikes, which we hope you will all honor and enjoy. Of course, nobody knows better than the good people at Urine Good Company how difficult times are. But research into finding the long-term solutions we need is expensive. So for the time being, our decision is firm, and we look forward to going to Rio with our new profits. We look forward to finding lasting solutions and things like that. Good luck, Miss Pennywise. See you in, well, you know where.
You can't do this to us, Miss Pennywise. It'll be off to UrineTown for the lot of us sooner or later if you do.
And it'll be off to UrineTown for me if I don't. Now, get in line and have your money ready. The new fee hike money, that is.
Miss Pennywise.
Bobby Strong, where the hell have you been?
I was up all night thinking is all.
Up all night thinking, is it? You work here now, Bobby. You don't have to go in the bushes anymore.
I wasn't.
Like father, like son, that's what I say.
But it was about my father I was thinking, Miss Pennywise. About what happened to him. About what's happening to all of us.
He broke the law yesterday, Bobby. That's the end of it.
But what if the law is wrong?
What did you just say?
I said, what if the law is wrong, Miss Pennywise? What if all this is wrong?
Wrong? You got a sweet-looking head, Bobby. A sweet-looking head, but you keep it up there in the clouds day after day after day. And it's got to come down from there, you hear me? Get your head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. You get it out of the clouds.
Off in the distance, there's a beautiful horizon.
All right, folks, you know the drill.
Gleaming and radiant, it's what I'll keep my eyes
The
on.
same as it's always been.
As the world turns to face the sun and start another day, it suddenly occurs to me that maybe we can find another way. Look at the sky, full of hope and promise. It's a shining ideal, how I reel when I look at the sky.
We'll take your fee now, Miss Strong. The improved fee, that is.
Ma.
It's just...
Daily we pay their nickels, dimes, and quarters.
It's just this is all I have, Miss Pennywise.
Daily we break them, cause we have to follow orders.
Haven't you enough, Miss Strong?
And we keep filling money bags with broken lives and dreams. But what's it for? I can't ignore these black immoral profit-making schemes. Look at the sky, high above this madness. Here below, feel our shame. It must stop in the name of the sky.
Here's all I have, Bobby. Is it enough?
You hold on to your money, Ma.
Really? The fee is the law, Bobby Strong. She'll abide by it or she'll join her husband.
And what if there's a new law in town, Miss Pennywise? A new law that didn't come from any voting process or elected body or process of judicial review, but a new law in town that came from an organ. That's right, a muscular blood pumping organ, like this one, right here.
A muscular organ?
Can't you see it, Miss Pennywise? Well, if this one's too small for you, why not try this one on for size?
It's blinding me.
Look at the sky. There's a great big heart there. There's a heart in the sky. There just is. Don't ask why it's the sky.
Don't do this, Bobby. You'll regret it.
Oh, I don't think so. Come on, Ma. This one's on the house. For everyone. Forever.
Hooray! Your heart knows all things great and true.
The things mere brains can never know.
Your heart points to the great big blue
Where the people's allegiance must go.
Tell me where.
Look at the sky.
At the sky.
Inspiration.
At the sky.
Oh, Bobby, what's to become of you? What's to become of us all?
Look at the sky.
The distant tears of the border I know.
There's a white light proudly bright in the sky.
In the sky.
You'll be off to Rio, I imagine?
Already got my ticket.
Good work on the floor of the legislature, Fip. I understand it was touch and go there for a little while.
Well, your Beaches of Rio slideshow changed their minds soon enough. Just like it changed my mind all those years ago. God, I wish I never met you, Caldwell B. Cladwell.
Sorry to interrupt, Daddy. I just wanted to make sure you got your morning faxes.
Hope, darling, you're absolutely glowing.
It would seem Office Worker agrees with her, well, with the faxing and all.
And the copying.
Oh, yes, and the copying. You're a good girl, Hope Cladwell. I used to be one before I met your father.
A good girl?
You heard me. 622, 623, just a few more.
Daddy, can I ask you something?
Sure, Hope. What is it?
Do you believe in love?
Love? Why do you ask?
I was just wondering. I met this boy, you see.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Cladwell. We have a little problem.
Caldwell. Long time no see.
Miss Pennywise.
Anyway, it's about public amenity number 9, sir. The people there have rioted.
Rioted?
They're paying for free, Caldwell. I tried to stop them.
The assistant custodian is refusing to take people's money, sir. A young man by the name of Bobby Strong.
Bobby Strong?
They've rescinded the Public Health Act.
And the Water Preservation Act.
Can they do that?
Strictly symbolic. The crowd gathered there is an unthinkably small percentage of the population as a whole.
What's happening, Daddy? I'm so confused.
I wouldn't expect a good and pure heart like yours to understand.
Mr. Barrel and I are ready, Mr. Cladwell. Just give the word.
What did I tell you, Cladwell? It's a powder keg out there, and I have a very important plane to catch, if you'll excuse me.
Fip, you're not going anywhere. Not until we nip this unpleasantness in the bud.
Nip? How so?
You're a Cladwell, Hope. What would you do if the very foundation of your life's work were threatened by the rabble-rousing son of a convicted criminal?
Look deep into his heart and try to understand what made it pound so angrily.
Angry, you say? Nobody gets angry at me, not without a beating.
A beating? Oh, but Daddy, beating people is wrong.
Life's a beating. The sooner you learn that, the better.
Then life is wrong.
Embrace it. I have.
Life should be beautiful.
Life is many things. Look closely and you'll see it. I do. I see it everywhere. A little bunny in the meadow is nibbling grass without a care. He's so delightful as he hops for you. You say, "Hi, bunny," and he stops for you. You pull your trigger and he drops for you. Goodbye, bunny boo. Hello, rabbit stew. Get me, boys?
You tell him, boss.
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the stew. Don't be the dinner. You've got better things to do. It ain't no joke. That's why it's funny. So take your cue. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
But, Daddy, we're talking about people, not animals.
People are animals, oh dear.
Animals with huge incisors and big floppy feet.
Look closely and you'll see them. I do. I see them everywhere. A little bunny at a toll booth. He needs a measly 50 cents. Poor little bunny didn't plan ahead. Our bunny simply doesn't have the bread. He begs for mercy but gets jail instead. Hasn't feathers in the air as the bunny gets the chair.
Clear as day, boss.
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the dope. Don't be the loser. You're much better than that, Hope. You're born to power. You're in the money. Advice to you.
Be the bunny.
Don't be the bunny.
A little bunny in a toll booth?
You heard me.
But, Daddy, bunnies don't drive cars.
Don't they?
No, actually, I don't think they do.
Live long enough, Hope, dear. You'll see many things.
Even a daughter doubting her father?
A little bunny in a shoebox. He thinks he's found a brand new home. So snug and cozy on your closet floor. And then you open up your closet door. Now what's this bunny in my closet for? With a mallet and some clippers, you find out new bunny slippers. Grasp the message staff.
Right behind you, boss.
Don't be the bunny. Don't be the shoe. You don't get stepped on.
No, the one who steps is you.
You're stepping up to where it's sunny. Step on the board. Don't be the bunny. Don't be the bunny.
All right, everybody, get yourselves together. It's time we bagged ourselves a couple of rabbits. Let's go.
One at a time. Everyone will get a turn.
Here's some cash, Bobby, just for you.
Keep your cash, friend, and relieve yourself in happiness.
Busy day so far. Busiest on record if your books are right. How are the urinals holding up?
A little spillage, nothing to be concerned about. The people are happy, that's the main thing.
Police!
Run! Wait! Please, everyone, remain calm.
It'll take a lot of explaining to keep us calm, Bobby Strawn.
We've taken control of this amenity, officer. The people here be for free.
That's my amenity, officers. I want all of those people taken away.
Officer Lockstock, what's happening?
Why, it's the Act 1 finale, little Sally. This is where Cladwell arrives to snuff out the uprising. It's a big song and dance number involving the entire cast.
snuff out the uprising, but what about Bobby's dreams?
Now, little Sally, dreams only come true in happy musicals and a few Hollywood movies, and this certainly isn't either one of those. No, dreams are meant to be crushed. It's nature's way.
This may not be a happy musical, Officer Lockstock, but it's still a musical. And when a little girl has been given as many lines as I have, there's still hope for dreams.
Bobby?
Hope.
I told you to follow your heart, Bobby, not seize an amenity.
I did follow my heart, Hope, thanks to you.
The amenity won't take much more of this uprising, Caldwell. Bobby's a sweet boy, but not sweet enough to sweeten that spillage. Not by a long shot.
The amenity will take as much as it has to, Miss Pennywise. The days of deprivation are over for these people.
Hooray! The days of deprivation have just begun if this madness continues a moment longer.
Ooh. Sure, Mr. Cladwell. That's what you've been saying for 20 years. And for 20 years, we've waited for these long-term solutions that never came. Well, we're done waiting, you see, for a new day has dawned today. A day of hope and happiness, where the idea of human dignity is more than just a forgotten notion, but a living, breathing reality. A day, this day, where the people be for free because the people are free.
Hooray!
Free, people are free. How could a fee enslave us? See how we could be free from the chains he gave us. We're suffering now such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today.
Free, people are free. How could a fee enslave us? See how we can be free from the chains he gave us. We're suffering now such lives of sorrow. Don't give us tomorrow, just give us today.
From every steeple, ring out the anthem of the people, making a new way, breaking the clouds of gray to sing of today, sing of today, sing of today, sing today, sing today, sing today.
Best to stay back here with your father, Hope dear. The police will want to charge soon.
Your father?
Daddy, these people need understanding, not brutality.
On the contrary, Hope dear, a little brutality is exactly what these people need. Officer Lockstock?
Daddy, wait! He just wants the people to be happy. Isn't that worth something?
Happy, you say? Happy? So you want happy, Mr. Strong? Did you say happy, Mr. Strong? If they people free, I'm sure they'll be as happy as a pup. With no rules and no off fees to pay, things would be looking up. But too bad the water that we share could fit inside a cup. What of tomorrow, Mr. Strong?
But what of today?
Well, what of tomorrow, Mr. Strong? Think of tomorrow, Mr. Strong. Our resources are as fragile as a newborn baby's skull. With your actions, you would gut the child and leave a lifeless hull. Could it be you're so short-sighted, so insensitive, so dull? What of tomorrow, Mr. Strong?
But what of today?
You are wrong, Mr. Strong, doing your socialistic wrong. If the people for free, they'll push the system to the brink. If today this village tell us how tomorrow will not sink.
If it's you and me now, Mr. Strong, which one of us will blink? I say it's you, Mr. Strong, we're on the subject of tomorrow.
You are wrong.
Officer Lockstock, prepare your man.
Everyone into the amenity. We'll be relatively safer in there.
Oh, Bobby, why didn't you tell me you were going to start a revolution?
Maybe for the same reason that you didn't tell me you were Cladwell.
I'm still the same girl that I was last night.
The girl last night would have joined us by now, Hope.
I can't fight against my father, Bobby.
And I cannot fight against him. So you can join us, or you can stand aside.
Stand aside?
You heard me.
Bobby, think you're standing on a brink. You'll be arrested soon, perhaps as soon as noon. And I I could never bear to see you taken away. The guilty peers and me, the toilet judgment seat.
Said to follow your heart. Here's where my heart leads. Now I'll do my part to banish all needs. You made me to see fantastically clear. When people be free, we've nothing to fear.
Give up now, you'll find a way somehow to help those people see without a hefty fee. But if you must persist being an anarchist, my father's men will see you're sent away from me.
It's our job today, not tomorrow.
Bobby, you'll get UrineTown.
And their lives of sorrow.
Bobby, you'll get UrineTown.
Today,
UrineTown.
today, today.
You picked a fight you can't win today, Mr. Strong. Your rabble is no match for my men.
He's right, Bobby. They've got 1, 2 men, and we're also 4.
Now, release the girl. It's time you faced your punishment like a man.
Release, but no one's holding.
Bobby reason with the woman. I'm a little short this morning.
No shorter than yesterday. Flesh have grown.
You can punish our bodies, Mr. Cladwell, but you can't punish our spirits.
I never agreed to any punishment of my body.
Oh, punishment is all you'll ever know. Once you release the girl!
Bobby, help, help, our brains help. No matter what we do, we're in a real bad stew. No sounds of awful mean, like none we've ever seen. My product is the cue. Bobby, he's not your fault. He's a maniac, a ride maniac. He's like a speeding train caught in a hurricane. And he is in control, and he is right. It's our job. It's our
doesn't it?
Your fellow revolutionaries seem to agree.
I suppose we should leave.
Bobby, they'll never let you leave now.
Remember me, boys. Oh, God, what have I done? Remember me.
Not without you they won't, which is why you're coming with us.
I told you, I can't fight against my father, Bobby.
And I will not fight against him.
But how could I come with you and not fight against him unless... Oh, dear God! Bobby! No!
From every
Happy ashes are as fragile as a newborn baby. Bring your actions to the child and leave a lifeless soul. A lifeless soul. It's the song of every day. Sing of the wrong and every song. And your song. Sing of the wrong. Sing your wrong. You're wrong. It's the song. You're wrong.
Keep your men back, Cladwell. We've got your daughter, and we're not letting her go.
Bobby, what in the name of sky? You're coming with us.
We're walking out of here, Mr. Cladwell, and you're going to let us. That is, if you care about your daughter.
You're making a terrible mistake, Mr. Strong.
Let the girl go, Bobby. She's done nothing wrong.
Don't let go of the girl, and follow me.
Boss, what do we do? Seize them!
No.
Don't let them get away!
Help me!
Help her.
Now everybody run! Run for your lives! Run!
Well, that's it for Act 1. As you can see, the rebel poor are making their getaway with Hope as a hostage. The rest of us have been thrown into confusion because we're all moving so damn slowly. So, we don't get to catch them. Not yet. Enjoy intermission, and see you shortly. Well, hello there, and welcome to Act 2. Things have changed here a bit since last we saw each other, so I'll bring you up to speed on a few things. As you may remember, the rebel corps under Bobby's leadership kidnapped Hope and used her as a shield to escape due punishment from my man. Word has it they're holed up in some secret hideout somewhere. Perhaps this one here.
What else, Bobby? Little Sally and old Strong? They should have been back by now.
Who are we kidding? The police probably nabbed them hours ago. It's only a matter of time before our whereabouts are tortured out of them. And then it'll be off to UrineTown for the lot of us.
What's it like, do you think?
UrineTown? Don't even ask.
No one knows for sure.
I got my suspicions.
Oh, yeah?
Sure, kid. Everyone's got suspicions. What is UrineTown? UrineTown's the end. Swift and brutal punishment, no need now to pretend.
The trap was sprung and then you're hung, and when they let you down, they'll box you up and ship you out and call it UrineTown.
They'll box you up and ship you out and call it UrineTown, town, 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 town.
Dance, no, never do they dance. The people down in UrineTown, they never get the chance. Dancing, forget it, never not a no, unless it's at the bottom of a rope. So don't get your hopes up. And I say if they're not back soon, we give it to her like her father was gonna give it to us.
People hear lots of things about UrineTown, of course, and that's just the way we like it. For example, a little boy once asked me, is UrineTown actually a nice place to live? Gingerbread houses along golden, frothy canals? Like Venice, but different? I didn't say yes. I didn't say no either.
I want them found, damn it! I want my daughter released, and I want Bobby Strong punished.
We're working round the clock, sir, but as the sign says, it is a secret hideout, so...
Enough of your excuses, Lockstock. You have weapons. Use them.
But, sir!
What is UrineTown? UrineTown's a tool, an instrument of power to enforce my iron rule. So send your troops to all the stoops and let them understand. If hope is not returned, it's UrineTown for all the land.
If hope is not returned, it's UrineTown for all the land, 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 land.
Dance, dance, do they think I'll dance? Those people with my daughter want to make me change my stance. Stance, dance, forget it, never not a nine. I'll teach them not to take from me what's mine.
We should hurry, sir. The emergency planning quorum is waiting.
Yes, of course, the quorum.
That was a close one, Bobby. I thought Beryl saw us out there for sure.
We'll have to keep on our toes, Ma. At least until you've distributed the rest of these memos to the other assistant custodians around the city.
Do you think they'll join us?
Hard to say. They're scared like we used to be scared. But if it's true what they say about everyone having a heart, they'll have to join us. What is UrineTown? UrineTown's a lie, a means to keep the poor in check until the day they die. I did not shirk their dirty work, but things are different now. We'll fight for rights with all our might until we win somehow. We'll fight for rights with all our might until we win somehow. How, 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 how? Dance, dance, listen to it dance. My heart is like a stallion racing through a great expanse. Canyons of freedom, that's where it will waltz, performing coronary somersaults.
Your heart is like a stallion?
I'll explain it along the way, Ma. Come on, let's go.
Where are they hiding, little Sally? Tell me and I'll see things go easy on you.
Easy on me? You mean like sending me to the nice part of UrineTown?
That can be arranged.
Save it for one of your other stoolies, Officer Lockstock. My heart is with the rebellion. And besides, the way I see it, I'm already in UrineTown. We all are. Even you.
Me? In UrineTown?
Sure. The way I see it, UrineTown isn't so much a place as it is a metaphysical place. What is UrineTown? UrineTown is here. It's the town wherever people learn to live in fear. So look around, you finally found the place you ask about. For UrineTown is your town if you're hopeless, down and out.
For UrineTown is your town if you're hopeless, down and out.
For UrineTown is your town. If you're hopeless, down and out, 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 out. Where'd she go? Damn it. Welcome back, everybody, and enjoy what's left of the show. Little Sally, what did you mean by metaphysical?
Hey!
Do something.
I say 5 more seconds and then we let her have the rope. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jeez! That was a close one. Cops crawling all over the place.
Little Sally, where the hell have you been?
Spying near the tower is all. Cladwell and Fib and Miss Pennywise, they was all meeting up there. Some kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, a quorum of some kind.
That's it. She gets the rope.
The rope?
String her up!
Wait a minute. You can't just give her the rope.
Why not?
Because killing her would make us no better than them.
Haven't you heard, little Sally? We are no better than them. In fact, we're worse!
Worse?
What do you think they talk about in those quorums they got up there? How good we are? So listen up now. Any minute those cops are gonna bust in here and bust us up like a bunch of overripe cantaloupe. So I say, as long as our juice is gonna spill all over this floor here, her juice is gonna spill too. Cladwell juice. Then we'll see who's better than who. Look at her there, all bound up, gagged and tied, with her head full of hair and her heart full of pride. Well, boys, I've had enough of each arrogant curl. Bing, bang, boom, let's get tough, playing rough. Not that girl.
Not that girl, but killing people is wrong.
And why does it feel so right? Look at us here in a hole on the lam with our hearts full of fear. What a rip! What a sham! You know,
Let's spread our message of hate to the entire world.
Easy, friend. Messages like ours work best under extremely unbalanced circumstances.
Such as we have right here.
Exactly. Now get the rope.
That's right, the rope.
String her up! That's the answer. String up the strumpet daughter of the criminal urinal chain owner, Cladwell!
Bobby Strong!
No one's going to be killing anyone around here.
Why not?
Because she's our security blanket, that's why. But we're so afraid, Bobby. Killing her might make us feel powerful for a moment.
Friends, I know you're afraid. But this has got to be about more than just revenge and the vicarious thrill of stringing someone up who can't defend herself.
But why? We want to hang her as revenge for her father's crimes.
I think he's just in love with her. That's what I think.
Maybe I am.
What?
And maybe I made a promise up there. Promise that from this day forward, no man in need would be denied his essential humanity due to the condition of his pocketbook. Then no man be ignored by another with the means to help him. Here and now, from this day forward, because of you, and you, and you, we will look into the faces of our fellow men and see not only a brother, but a sister as well.
What's that supposed to mean?
When did he say that?
I don't remember him saying that.
All I remember him saying was, run like you're alive, run!
Well, that was in the heat of battle, and in the heat, the actual hotness of battle. The cry of freedom sounds something like, run, freedom, run. Freedom, run away. My friends, you have to run, 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 run. Freedom, run away. That freedom sun will shine someday. So then you better run, 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 run. Freedom, run away.
I'm frightened.
Ooh, yes. Well, you should be. Freedom is scary. It's a blast of cool wind that burns your face to wake you up.
Literally?
Yes. There's a trickle of sweat.
There's a trickle of sweat.
And in your ear. And still you have to run, 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 run. Freedom, run away. Now don't you fret. And never feed. Freedom to one. Freedom, run away. There's a great big Cladwell on your tail. And he put his henchmen on your trail. Whoa, I'm simply laying out the facts for you. Great big Cladwells making tracks for you. Ain't no time to relax for you. Run, freedom, run. Run, freedom, run. Freedom, run away.
My friends, you have to run, 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 run. Freedom, run
Freedom, run away! Freedom, run away! Freedom, run away!
That freedom sun.
That freedom sun will shine someday.
A 3-4.
Then you better run, run, freedom, run,
Run, freedom, run. Run away. Friends, you have to run, 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 run. Freedom, run away. That freedom sun will shine today. Run, 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 run. Hallelujah.
freedom, run.
With the wind in your hair, you run to freedom's glory.
Freedom sun.
That freedom sun will shine all over your freedom story.
Yeah.
I said freedom.
Yeah.
Said freedom.
Bobby Strong.
I said freedom. Freedom run. Freedom run.
out for us now, that's for sure.
When the time comes, we fight the police.
But how?
With blood, guts, brains, if we have to. And it may take years. And some of us will almost certainly not make it through the revolution alive. Maybe all of us. And it may take years, but fight on we will for all the decades necessary to claim freedom for the people of this land.
Decades?
How about a real plan?
I've got a real plan.
What? Miss Pennywise, how did you find us here?
I had a feeling you'd be here. No one knows the sewer system like you do, Bobby.
Or you.
Mr. Cladwell would like to talk to you, Bobby.
What about?
He wants to discuss the situation with you man to man. He says he now understands how unhappy the people of this community have become, and he wants to work out a solution with you, peacefully.
Now, there's a shortcut.
That'll save us decades of struggle. But can we trust him?
Mr. Cladwell doesn't want to fight, Mrs. Strong. He just wants his amenities up and running smooth and natural. That's all he's ever wanted.
What do you think, little Sally?
I think it may be difficult for your love to grow with hope tied to that chair for the rest of her life.
All right, I'll go.
Bobby, no. What if it's a trick?
That's just a chance I'll have to take.
What about the girl?
She stays here. Any funny business, and she gets it. You tell that to Cladwell.
Sure, I'll tell him. Likewise with the girl. Give it to her, and we give it to him. Get me?
We'll be careful.
Now, stay calm, Hope, dear. We'll have you out of this in no time.
Hello, Bobby.
Hello, Hope.
So, this is that bright new day you were telling me about.
I don't blame you for being angry with me, Hope, but your father gave us no choice.
They didn't teach me much at the most expensive university in the world, but they taught me this much. Kidnapping people is wrong.
Really? They tell you that there?
I thought we had something special together, Bobby.
We do have something special together, Hope. But until freedom rules the people of this land instead of fear, love has about as much chance as a baby bunny drowning in a vat of boiling water.
Maybe less.
I didn't mean to drag you into all of this, Hope.
And I didn't mean to. Oh, I guess I don't know what I meant to do.
Look to your heart, Hope. I think the answer to what you want is waiting for you there. Deep down. Somewhere among the tissues.
But wait, when will I see you again? When darkness surrounds you and you lose your way, you have your own compass that turns night to day. And it's even with you before you depart. Be still, hear it beating, it's leading you, follow. Oh, Bobby.
You've caused an awful lot of excitement over the last couple of days, Mr. Strong. Gotten a lot of people riled up.
The rebellion's only just started, Mr. Cladwell. The people have only just begun to fight.
Keeping my daughter confined against her will. Is that how the people fight?
They fight by any means necessary.
The streets are still ours, Mr. Strong. Your people are just holed up in some underground sewer.
They'll be up.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Cladwell. There's a disturbance over at public amenity number 32, number 15 as well. Word's begun to spread.
People have gathered all the rest. They're waiting to see what young Bobby will do.
After he meets with you, of course.
Of course.
Ms. McQueen? Do you remember the stink years, Mr. Strong? Those first couple of years when the water table started to drop and then just kept on dropping? None of us thought we had much time left, and many of us did questionable things. There was the looting, of course, and the hoarding. Riots broke out like there was no tomorrow, for there was no tomorrow. But there is always a tomorrow if you're tough enough to cling to it, which is why I've asked you here tonight. Some people see me as an evil man.
Oh, I don't know.
That's
ridiculous.
Never. Yes, you are.
But the truth is, I'm no more evil than you, or Miss Pennywise, or any of the people you insist on trying to lead. I'm just a simple man trying to cling to tomorrow, every day by any means necessary.
And what about when the drought is over?
Over? Well, we can always hope. But until then, our regimen for controlling consumption through the regulating mechanism of cash must continue.
Ah, the regulating mechanism of cash.
I want you to have this cash, Bobby. And I want you to tell the people that the powers that be grant full amnesty to those involved in this week's criminal activities, so long as they promise to return to the improved fee schedule as authorized by the legislature. Don't let it happen again and have a good time in Rio.
So many tomorrows.
Yes.
But I'm afraid my conscience will cost you more than just a pile of cash, Mr. Cladwell.
Bobby, it really is an awful lot of cash.
Free access is the only cash I'm interested in.
I thought we came to an understanding, Bobby.
Then understand this. If there truly is a way to that bright new day, we'll find it together. All of us, not just the wealthy few. And that means free access.
Free access is impossible.
Then that's just what I'll tell the people.
Stop! I won't return to the stink years, Mr. Strong. I'll not allow it.
Caldwell, what are you doing?
I've spent a lifetime building this company, bribing the police, paying off political elite, and snuffing out popular resistance as if it were a baby bunny in the palm of my hand. My right hand! I've centralized all power to a pinpoint spot right here between these two ears. And I'm not gonna let some dreamy-eyed boy who doesn't remember the stink years to ruin all that. Seize him.
Don't do it, Caldwell. There's no telling what they'll do to the girl.
That's just a chance I'll have to take.
He really is as evil as they say.
Just because I love my daughter, you think I'll stop clinging to tomorrow?
Caldwell, what are you saying?
I closed my heart to love once. I can do it again. To UrineTown with him. Make haste, Officer Lockstock. Make haste.
You lied to us, Cladwell! Cladwell!
Why did I listen to that man? Why did I listen to the nature of his plan? And when he talked, I should have balked, I should have walked, I should have ran. Why did I listen to that man?
You, head to the police headquarters. We'll need all hands on deck tonight. You, and you. Come with me. We'll see about these little disturbances. And Phip,
Yes, Cladwell?
assemble the legislature. I want full authority in the coming crackdown.
And dirty my hands in more of this bad business? Not in your life.
Don't kid yourself, Phip. Your hands are as dirty as a child's after sandbox time. But don't worry, you can wash them soon enough. Wash them by the banks of the Rio del Rio. Now go. You, and you. Come with me.
Why did I listen to that crook? A little bribe and cash is all it really took. That's how that craven toilet maven made me cave in. I'm a schnook. Why did I listen to that crook?
You lied to us, Cladwell! You told us one thing, then you did another. That's what you did, Cladwell! That's what you did!
Come on then, young Bobby. You can't keep screaming all the way down to UrineTown.
But Hope, she's still with the others. What happens to me happens to her.
What happens to you happens to all of us, sooner or later.
Rather later than sooner, I'd say.
But not to Hope. Oh, please, not to Hope.
Now we finally got you. Now you're in our claws, captured in our city of laws. There's to discuss. Now the law is speaking through us. You'll get UrineTown. Off you go to UrineTown. Away with you to UrineTown. Now no more fuss.
Let go of me! I have to save Hope!
There's no saving Hope now, Miss Pennywise.
There may be no saving you.
Oh no? Then take that! And that! And this! And a few of these!
Why did I listen to that boy? He spoke of hopes and dreams and filled me with such joy. How can I know he loved me so? Was it for show? Was I his toy? Why did I listen to that boy?
So what's it like? This UrineTown that I've heard so much about.
Perhaps better for us to show you.
What's this? Where are we?
You, my boy, stand on the very threshold to a new world.
The door is in front of you. Step through, and UrineTown awaits.
Door? More like a railing. In pigeons? A rooftop?
And a drop.
A decisive drop.
I guess I still don't understand.
Never fear, the time of understanding is at hand.
Welcome then to the very gates of UrineTown itself.
Why did I listen to that cat?
Why did I listen to my dad?
I went to work for him. He said he was so glad.
Was he sincere?
Well, now it's clear.
And now I fear
that I've been had. Why did I listen to
That-
my dad?
This is UrineTown.
My heart.
That is UrineTown.
My dad, my
You must go to UrineTown. UrineTown.
Look, there's public amenity number 47. And there's the legislature. And my boyhood home. Why, we're just standing on top of the UGC headquarters building. And this is our town.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But how is it that we can be in our town and UrineTown at the same time? Unless... Dear gosh, no, you couldn't have!
Over you go then!
Wait! You're just going to throw me off this roof and that's supposed to be UrineTown. Death is UrineTown.
That's one interpretation.
Why did I listen to my Why did I listen to my heart? I heard its call and made this revolution start. So let the dawn take up my song, make Cladwell see that he is wrong.
Why did I listen to that? Why did I listen to that? Why did I listen to that?
A shovel and a mop, Mr. Barrel. You know the drill.
What's taking them so long?
Cladwell's not one to dilly-dally. They should have reached an agreement by now.
All night, the sirens and the screaming. Maybe they're celebrating?
Bobby won't let us down. He's a good boy, my Bobby Strong. If anyone can point the way to freedom, he can.
Or else we kill the girl, right? That's the plan, isn't it?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Little Sally, what's going on up there? Yes?
I saw Bobby.
Yes?
I don't think the meeting went very well.
Why do you say that, little Sally?
Well, they threw him off a building.
What do you mean, little Sally? Who threw who off a building?
Bobby, the policeman, they threw him off a building.
The police threw Bobby off a building? They couldn't have done such a thing. We have Cladwell's daughter.
Well, they did.
Is he all right?
Well, is he?
Oh, Bobby, the policeman came soon enough, but not before I heard his last words.
His last words?
That's right. They were about her.
Well, what were they?
They were, tell her I love her. Tell her I'll always be with her, and I will see her in a better place where hope is always new. Ours was a short time. Ours was a love that never bloomed, yet in that love there lives a brand new hope that's calling out to you. Its call is soft and gentle, tame and fine. It's docile and benign.
The pickle, the brine. What did I say? That isn't what I meant. I've lost my sense of scent. I fear my life is spent. No one is innocent.
No one.
No one is innocent. What did he mean by that?
I don't know. He started fading in and out after a while. It was a miracle he was alive at all. The fall was so horrible.
Was he talking about me? How could he say I'm not innocent? Not innocent of what?
Not innocent? Who the hell does he think he is?
Wait, please, there's more. He said, tell all the people. Tell them the time is always now. Tell them to fight for what they know is right.
I've lost my sense of sight, and yet I see them. I see them standing hand in hand. I see them standing hand in hand, and cheek to cheek and gland to gland. There still is hope. I see it in this land.
If only.
Yes?
If only.
Yes?
And then he expired.
The bastard Cladwell lied to us. First he takes my Joseph, and then he takes my Bobby.
Who will lead us now?
We're lost. Lost, I tell you. The rebellion is over.
Destroy with a shove.
What do we do?
I'll tell you what we do. We do to her like her father did to him.
That's right. We do to her like they did to him.
Or you could take me instead.
What?
Miss Pennywise!
Caesar!
Yes, do whatever you feel you need to. But please, spare the child.
Old woman, you've been grasping and conniving all your days. Why so giving now?
Because Hope is my daughter. And I am her mother. Yes, Hope, it's true. I am your mother, the one-time lover of Caldwell B. Cladwell.
Strumpet!
Say what you will, but it was during the stink years, you see. No one thought they had much time then, and so many of us did questionable things. There was the looting, of course, and the hoarding. But there were also the fond farewells and the late-night trysts. Life was an explosion filled with riots, cheap cabarets, dancing girls.
And love?
Oh, yes, and love. There was love like no tomorrow, for there was no tomorrow, but there's always a tomorrow of some kind or another. After you were born, Caldwell made me swear never to reveal my identity to you, for I was something of a strumpet in my day. But never in my...
Enough! My heart is telling me many things at once right now, as you can all well imagine. But the one thing it is bellowing louder than anything else is that when there is wrong in the world, we must right it. You did a wonderful thing coming here tonight, Miss Pennywise. Mom? And if you can reform yourself, perhaps we can reform a lot more than we know. Ladies and gentlemen of the rebellion, if you want to do to me what they did to Bobby, I would not blame you. Caesar! But if this righteous rebellion were to peter out in Bobby's absence, sending his memory to oblivion, I would blame you. All of you. Kill me and the rebellion dies with me. Let me lead you and the rebellion will triumph.
Lead us?
She's mad.
Lead you to the very nerve center of my father's empire.
And I've got a key.
The guards know not to question me. But once we get inside, we'll question Daddy. Oh, yes, we'll question him plenty.
Why should we trust you?
Because your hero, Bobby Strong, loved me. And I loved him.
Hope, dear girl, on behalf of the people of the rebellion, perhaps one day we might be able to love you too.
Ah, love. It's all you need, isn't it? Now, let's do to them what they were ultimately going to do to us. Hooray!
With a lust for saving water, man gives daughter up for dead.
Lay it on your Stradivari. He's not sorry, not a shred.
He's not sorry. He's not sorry.
An absolute maze. That's what the sewer system is.
I'm going back down to give it another look. You stay here to guard the streets.
I mean to ask, Mr. Lockstock, do you ever have doubts about what we've been doing? About the killings and all?
It may surprise you to learn that sometimes I do. But the health and security of this town are my primary concerns. I love the people of this community, Mr. Barrel, very much. Cladwell's edicts may be their only chance.
And I love you very much.
I see.
Well, that went pretty well.
You who fly the blimp of evil, shun upheaval in the air. Then ask why the ride gets jarry. Now you're sorry, you're up there.
Now you're sorry. Now you're sorry.
I'm perfectly capable of finding my own way to legislator, you know.
No offense, Senator, but Mr. Cladwell didn't want you flying the coop. What with the coming crackdown and all?
What if I am flying the coop? What if I'm on my way to the airport right now to catch the last flight out to Rio? What would you say to that?
Can I come?
Those who make dough from debasing need erasing, need a knife. Let their blood flow like Campari. We're not sorry. Hey, that's life.
truck and barrel, Miss McQueen?
Not yet, sir. They're still searching the sewer system.
Which is where they'll be keeping hope, I imagine. I only pray that when we meet again in heaven, she can find it in the vastness of her heart to forgive me.
Giving up on me so soon, Daddy?
What?
Miss Cladwell, one unexpected surprise.
Is there any other kind?
Hope, darling, thank God you're safe.
I'm not safe yet, Daddy. But soon, all of the people of this land will be safe.
Most of us, anyway.
What?
It's over, Caldwell. We've come to take you away.
Take me away? But to where?
The same place you set on fire.
And old so-and-so. And all those who wouldn't or couldn't meet your criminal fee hikes.
Seize him.
What is the meaning of this?
I've joined the revolution, Daddy. As for you, I think it's time you join the expat community in UrineTown.
You're making a terrible mistake, Hope, darling. You need me more than you know.
The only thing we need now is freedom, Daddy. For the people.
And love?
Oh, yes. And love.
That's what I used to think too, Hope dear, before the stink years. But worldwide ecological devastation has a way of changing a man. You're too young to see it now, but there really are things more important than love. Food, water, and shelter, for example.
And piles of cash.
It wasn't just cash, Miss Pennywise. It was an awful lot of cash. So long power,
Mr.
so long
Cladwell.
money.
Caldwell
I'm the
Cladwell.
bunny this time round.
Remember when our nights were starry?
Aren't you sorry?
Sure, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry, just unsound.
Not. Oh yeah. Get the
Take him away!
I regret nothing. You hear me? Nothing. I may have
But I'd
been
be
a bad
judged
father
harshly.
and a cruel and vicious man, but I kept the pee off the street and the water in the ground. You hear me? I kept the water in the
What now, Miss Cladwell?
Now is a new beginning for all of us. Now is a new day where each of us, regardless of race, creed, class, or criminal history, can join together and share the fruit of our labors as one. Now is the rise of an age of compassion where each of us have the right to do whatever you like, whenever you like, with whomever you like, and in whatever location you like. Now is the first day of an age, the last day of an age of fear, an age that lasted far too long. Today is the first day of a new age of...
Don't say it!
Of hope! I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river just in view. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river straight and true. Come to the river flowing for justice. Come to the river rendezvous. Come to the river flowing for justice. All for the people
as you guessed, Hope took over her father's business, instituting a series of reforms that opened the public bathrooms to all the people, to pee for free whenever they liked, as much as they liked, for as long as they liked, with whomever they liked. The UGC was renamed the Bobby Strawn Memorial Toilet Authority and was operated as a public trust for the benefit of the public.
Officer Lockstock, where'd you go?
Just keeping my head down, little Sally. Something you should learn to do.
But aren't you scared the rebels will see you?
Oh, I may be a cop, but I'm also the narrator, so no one can touch me. Not if they want the show to end.
Oh, so many people peeing at will. Thanks to the rebellion, the world is a much better place.
Actually, Miss Cladwell, your father commissioned a study on water consumption just before he...
My father was a tyrant. We need never fear him again. The only tyrant we need obey is justice.
Sisters and brothers fight for the river.
Fathers and mothers,
Babies too. All in the family.
push towards the river, shove toward the river. Why don't you
Step in the river, wade in the river, soak in the river,
through
and through and through, and once in the river, you
are the river? Friends on the shoreline jump into.
Of course, it wasn't long before the water turned silty, brackish, and then disappeared altogether. As cruel as Caldwell B. Cladwell was, his measures effectively regulated water consumption, sparing the town the same fate as the phantom UrineTown. Hope chose to ignore the warning signs, however, preferring to bask in the people's love for as long as it lasted.
What kind of musical is this? The good guys finally take over and everything falls apart.
Like I said, little Sally, this isn't a happy musical.
But the music's so happy.
Yes, little Sally. Yes, it is.
Such a fever. If only I had a nice, tall glass of water, maybe I'd have a fighting chance.
Oh, Miss Strong, don't you see? The glass of water is inside you. It always has been.
It has?
Of course it has. Don't you know what you are?
A river.
Yes!
Ah.
We all are. You are the river. I am the river. He is the river. She is too. All of the river flowing for freedom, flowing for justice. Let's review.
We see a river flowing for freedom. We see a river just in view. You see a river flowing for freedom. You see a river straight and true.
I don't think many people are gonna come see this musical, Officer Lockstock.
Why do you say that, little Sally? Don't you think people want to be told that their way of life is unsustainable?
That and the title's awful. Can we do a happy musical next time?
If there is a next time, I'm sure we can. Well, that's our story. Hope eventually joined her father in a manner not quite so gentle. Miss McQueen opened a bottling factory just outside of Brasilia, which did rather well until the Amazon dried up. Then she moved. As for the people of this town, they did as best they could, but they were prepared for the world they inherited, weaned as they were on the legend born of their founding fathers' scare tactics. For when the water dried up, they recognized their town for the first time for what it really was, what it was always waiting to be.